Hi everyone, welcome to Craft Our Paper Stash cards. This is a collab I'm doing with Stmpgrl, who is Paige, and on the 15th of every month. So we're supposed to be crafting our stash, right? Well, I was trying to clean up some of my crafty mess room. Didn't get very far, but my Stampin' Up stuff is pretty much organized, except that I had a few too many of these pretty little boxes sitting on my shelf. And this is the very first paper pumpkin kit I ever got. I got it, it's February 2018. I got it in with my starter kit as a Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I used a few pieces of it, but I never finished it. So I'm on a mission to craft that my stash and use up this kit before the next one comes in, which is due any day now. So this is what it looked like. It was Wildflower Wishes. It's really cute, actually. I loved this kit when I got it, and I still do because I love wildflowers and things. So this is the envelopes. There's 6 of them left. I think it came with 9, so I've used 3. But I must have used a different envelope for something because I only have 5 card bases left. But I also have 6 of these backgrounds left, which are really cute. And this one that happens to be Sahara Sand, that's sort of one of the new designs in the designer series 6x6 paper for the new catalog. It's like chicken wire almost. But then there's a flower, which is pretty, and a stripe. Diagonal stripe. Yeah, so I have 2 of each left of those. And then it also, of course, had a stamp set and had a Stampin' Spot in Garden Green, but I will use the larger Stampin' Pad. And then it had these stickers. Oh no, I'm sorry, these aren't stickers. These are punch out labels, like backgrounds, and how they use them is to show through these other word things. So you got 3 that size. Well, you have more of them, but I have 3 left and 3 this long size. And then these are stickers. I have all these stickers left. And now this one I did use some of. This only has this left. This has the thank you letters left, but I used up the you know, you can see through it part. And this one I have everything left. And then I have 3 that say friend, and these little I'm gonna call them daisies, I'm not sure. And then these wildflowers, and then I have this whole sheet of stickers minus a few, and I have this set of stickers, and then 3 celebrate words. I don't use celebrate that much, but anyway. And then also it came with vellum sheets, and I've punched them all out, so I have 2 sheets actually of vellum. So there were a bunch of these leaves, and then these little berry type leaves, I guess, and then 2 types of flag banners. This is one of them, and this is one of them. So that's the vellum. And then it also came with these little like the basic pearls that you get in from, oops, sorry for the glare, there we go, from Stampin' Up. So I am going to make as many cards and things as I can to try and finish this kit up, and when I get them done I will come back and show them to you. Okay everyone, I am back with part 2 of my Craft Your Stash with Paige, and it's to be cards. And as I mentioned, I was trying to use up the February 2018 Wildflower Wishes paper pumpkin kit that I had on my shelf, and trying to use things up and get them off my shelves and things. So I've had this since I started as a demonstrator, which was July 2nd, 2018, and I'd only made about 3 of the cards in it. So let me show you what I have left first. Well, obviously the stamp set. And it came with a garden green Stampin' Spot, which I may or may not have because I gave some Stampin' Spots away. I have one of the thank yous left. I have two of these Celebrates left and the letters for Celebrate. And I have two of the friends left and this friend. So, but I used up all the sticker flowers. I used up quite a few of the vellum flowery leafy pieces, but I think I only used one or two of the vellum flags. And then I have a few little pearls left, which I don't know what I just did with. Oh, here they are. I have that many pearls left. And that's it. Now, I don't know, this linen thread or twine might have been for this paper pumpkin, but I didn't have it with it, so I'm not sure. But I do have some, this came with a paper pumpkin, I just don't know if it was this one, but I did use some of it, not all of it. So, let me show you all the cards I made. The first one is per the kit. I did it per the kit, except that I put the twine up here instead of, they had it down underneath this thing. I did stamp big time right onto this instead of onto the vellum, which is a difference. And I did put 3 little white pearls on. And inside is blank, but the envelope has the greenery on the flap and a greenery and a little flower here because the address would go here, return address, and a stamp. So I made sure it had room. So that's the first one, made per the kit instructions, okay? Then I went a little off kit. Trying to remember which one was next, but I'll go with this one. I pulled out some Daffodil Delight cardstock. This one had already been cut to go this way open, long ways. I cut one of these pieces in half that had like the, I call it chain link fence look. I don't know if you can see that or not. I think maybe a little bit there. Yeah. This I already had. I have a little box of die cut pieces that I hadn't used, and this was one of the stitch circles. This yellow behind it was from the 2 1/4 inch circle punch. And then this is not, I think this was gifted to me because this is not the Stampin' Up! Daisy punch, and I had this and a smaller one. So I used the larger one, and I used one of the stickers from the pack. I layered the long piece that goes under the Celebrate words on here, but I made it vertical. And I also stamped a couple little flowers just over on this side and put 5 little white pearls on. So that opens, actually I think I meant for it to open this way. So we have that on the inside. Yes, that's what I meant. So that's that, because I stamped the flowers like down here like that. So it goes this way, and this is one of the envelopes from the kit. So that was the second one. The third one, I pulled out a piece of, no I didn't, this is one of the card bases that came in the kit. This is a piece of Whisper White that I used the detailed trio punch on. These are 2 stickers, and here I used the what I call the negative. You know, like here we have the Celebrate, except it was the thank you, which I don't have any more of, because I need more thank you cards than anything else. So I put a strip of white cardstock here so I could line it up good, put the thank and the you down, and then I stamped Your Awesomeness from the Paper Pumpkin kit stamp. Okay. And then on the inside, I just put another one of the long pink flowers. So that's a pretty simple one. I did use one of the envelopes, and I put 2 of the pink flowers, long flowers on, just like on the card. So that's the third one. Then I went a little green. I actually had this piece of garden green cardstock. This was my next one. And I should take them off. Put them over there. So I used one of the backgrounds that went with the shorter words, like friend, I stamped thank you from the kit. I did use the vellum and stamp so much. This is a piece of the little floral, one of the card mats that came in the kit. And I made a flag out of it, Whisper White flag on top, and stamped it in garden green. I put 2 of the sticker flowers from the kit in here, and I don't know, about 6 of the vellum leaves, because I thought they showed up good against the green. And then just 3 little white pearls. I did on the card and 1 over here, and I did wrap that twine around here 3 times. And then on the inside, I just have another one of the little daisy flowers. And the envelope also has one of those. Okay, so that is the, what is that, 4th card. Then the next one I went Melon Mambo, because I thought these flowers closely resembled Melon Mambo. Even though they didn't say that was a coordinating color, I think it coordinates. I did punch a circle with the 2 1/4 inch circle punch out of one of the card mats, probably the same one I used for this, because it's got the little flowers on it. I had a little piece of Melon Mambo strip and Whisper White, and I again stamped thank you, but in Melon Mambo. On the back of the circle punch, I just put sticky, what are they called? Glue dots all the way around, and then I attached. Every other one was one of these little berries, and then a leaf, and a berry, and a leaf, and a berry, and a leaf, and I did that all the way around. It sort of made it like a wreath almost. And then just the stickers in the corners, and on the inside it's blank. And on the envelope I have the same little flowers and 1 on the back. So that's it for card number 5. And then the next one, I decided to make my own background. So this is one of the card bases. I stamped friend in light and dark. I just stamped it regular strength or light in Sahara sand, which is the same color as the background. Then I used the little flower, the littlest flower from the set in garden green, and stamped that in between. I took a piece of garden green cardstock scrap I had, and I punched out a 2 1/4 inch circle, and then I used the starburst circle, which is 2 1/8 roughly, and I did that in Whisper White. Actually, that might be a piece of one of the envelopes, because I did cut up one of the envelopes for something. I stamped hello sweet friend on here in Sahara sand, and just put one of the little flowers. And then I had these tiny little buttons that I think are no longer available. They were from the Occasions catalog, needlepoint Nook mini buttons. I don't know, I'm not sure. They could be available. Check and see if you're interested. They're number 148810. They're really cute, and they come in Sahara sand, petal pink, and like a pearly white. I only have 1 pearly white left and several petal pink, so I'm trying to use them up. They were from Occasions, like I said. And a little piece of the twine up here in the corner. And then, oh, and this ribbon is, it's available now, but it won't be available after June 3rd. It's the classic weave ribbon, 3/8 inch in Whisper White. It's in the annual catalog, the current annual catalog, not the new one. And I had just put that behind the circles, and I bumped them up, the green circle up on dimensionals. And then inside I just put thank you, and I see I got a little, oh, that like glue or something coming off. Yay. Oh goodness, I thought it was ink. Phew. Anyway, I stamped thank you. So hello sweet friend, thank you, and then just a little, I think the last strip of that little floral paper that I had. See the pattern? So that's that. And on the envelope I put the greenery, because it kind of matches the greenery in here. And that's it. And then the next one is Melon Mambo again. I got this idea of turning a square into like a diamond out of a magazine, but then I used this long strip that would go behind the Celebrate normally. I took a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I just put 3 of the stickers on, the pink, the greenery, and a blue. And this is the story label punch that became available with celebration, I believe. But it's it's carrying over to the new annual catalog. Let me tell you the number on that one. It is 150076, and it's called Story Label Punch. It looks like that. Okay. And I stamped the thank you from this paper pumpkin kit in Melon Mambo, and then just put 3 of the little white pearls on. And inside I put a piece of Whisper White, and I did the same treatment as I did here over in this corner, and then I just put a pink flower on the other corner. And I thought that was cute. And then the envelope, I actually didn't dress up at all. Missed that one. And I'm out of the stickers now, so anyway. Okay, so the next one, I kind of got this idea from last month's Oh So Inspired, where we did a diagonal card and some of the folks just used paper. This was from the inside of an envelope cut up. Now, unfortunately, these envelopes, they do not go all the way down, and I didn't know that at the time I started ripping the envelope up. They only go part way down. So I had a seam in here is what I'm trying to get at, and I had to make it a little smaller piece than I originally intended. But there's a seam going down right about here. So I used, I punched another 2 1/4 inch circle out of the Daffodil Delight, which is what this is, and another starburst out of Whisper White, or maybe that might be part of the envelope too. I can't remember. I think it is, because it's a little, this is a regular Whisper White envelope. This is the color in the kit. So I think this is part of the envelope. So what I did is I put a piece of that ribbon again over the seam. I put some stickers on the ends where the ribbon ended. I just put a bunch of stickers on the yellow, and it sort of goes with the paper over here. And then I again stamped Hello Sweet Friend, just like I did on this one. But instead of stamping another little flower on there, I colored with my alcohol marker. I probably used, oops, that's not the right one, the dark Daffodil Delight. Yes, I think I did. This is the dark Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blend. I colored 3 of the little pearls, and I have a little, there we go. Because alcohol markers, you can do that and put them on the white there, and that's it on that one. And then on the inside, I just put a little yellow flower and a little blue flower, since we have some of both. And then on the envelope, I used 3 blue and 2 blue, because I think I was running out of the yellow at the time I put them on there. So that's that one. I mean, I lost count. I think I'll count them at the end, but I think I have 16, something like that. This one I decided to go Pool Party. And what I did here is I used one of the shorter pieces that goes behind the friend word, or the thank you word, that they had in the kit. This is the last piece of the floral pattern card mat that came in the kit. And I took another piece of Pool Party, and I used the 2 smaller, let me show you. These are the stitched rectangle dies, rectangle stitch dies, whatever. I used these 2. I used this one to cut out some Pool Party, and this one to cut out the Whisper White, on which I stamped with Pool Party. And I used a piece of shimmer ribbon, which I love, in Pool Party. This will not be continuing over, so if you love the shimmer ribbon, which comes in Pool Party Black, Petal Pink, I think is the other one. I have them all, and they're not continuing, but I may not be giving those up. Anyway, they're 3/8 inch wide, and I used that wrapped around the card mat. Then I glued the thank you onto the Pool Party, but not before I took some glue dots and put 2 of the little berry pieces up here and down here in the corner. And then once I glued that onto the Pool Party stitched rectangle, I bumped it up on dimensionals and put it in the middle of the flowery piece. So that is that card, and on the inside I just have a plain Whisper White. And the envelope is just plain also on that one. This one is somewhat similar, except that I did use Pool Party. Envelope is plain, inside is plain. Here I used the one that had the diagonal stripes. I don't know if you can see that there. I did use a friend piece, but I got excited because I got to use for the very first time the stitched nested label dies, and I figured out that the largest one here, the friend sticker, fit very well on. I thought it goes up to the stitched lines on both sides and then is within the points on here. So what I did here is I took two of the greenery pieces out either side. I took a piece of the Pool Party shimmer ribbon. I wasn't liking putting a bow on, so I just did, you know, the strip of it there. And then I glued this down onto the Pool Party piece I used for that, and then I bumped everything, that whole thing, up on dimensionals. That took a lot of dimensionals, but it looks good, I think. And again, 3 little white pearls. So I was excited to use the stitched nested dies, and they cut like butter. They worked really well. I was pleased. Okay, so let me put them away. And then I have 2 more. This is the next one. So I had a strip of the 2 strips exactly of the chain link fancy looking stuff left. So I put one, it exactly fit right here. So I thought, I had 3 of these flowers left. I might have had more. Nope, I think just 3. So I put 3 going down here. Then at first I just cut out the circle, and that was out of the starburst. What's it called? Nope, that's not it. I always get that confused. Starburst punch, and it's about 2 1/8 inch, even though the catalog doesn't tell you that. I had another little scrap of Daffodil. This is Daffodil Delight cardstock, and it actually went on the diagonal over here, so I just put it that way and hid that, and glued it onto this other piece, which goes all the way over to this piece. But to hide that connection a little bit, I put this starburst down, and I put one of the white flowers in the center, and I thought, what am I going to do up here? And I also actually used the stamp from the kit and just stamped thank you in Daffodil Delight. So I just did another 1 3/8 inch circle punch, scallop circle punch, and put another one of the flowers in it, and I think that came out cute. And on the inside I just have one of the white with yellow flowers. So just a cute little thank you card. And then the next one, I made my own background by using this flower stamp from the set, and I stamped it in Daffodil Delight, Bermuda Bay, and Melon Mambo. And I had this little tiny strip of Melon Mambo scrap paper laying here, I think from when I did the other cards somehow. So I took a piece of Whisper White and made a flag, stamped thank you again. And now these, I actually forgot what I was doing, and I started off trying to color the pearls with Melon Mambo in Stampin' Write markers, which are dye basting. Doesn't work as good, guys. It wasn't staying on. It colored it part way, but it was rubbing off and everything. So I went over it with, I think it was either dark Flirty Flamingo or dark, I think it was dark Lovely lipstick actually. Anyway, I went over it with that, and it came out okay with the alcohol markers. And on the inside, I stamped one more in Melon Mambo, and I had another flower, long flower left, and that's what I did on there. And the envelope has 1 flower left on it. So that's my set of cards I made to finish that kit as best I could, and I don't have much left from it. So I have 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I count right? I thought I had more than that. But anyway, 12 plus I had done 3. So let me do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do these. 8, 9. Oops. Let me do this one next. 10. Yep, 11, 12. 12 cards to kill the kit plus 3 I had originally done from the kit, and I have a little bit of stuff left, but not much. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. I appreciate you watching, and yeah, thank you so much, and thanks Paige for encouraging me to create with my stash and use it up. All right, everyone, have a great month, and I'll talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.